Good evening and welcome to another episode of TG Retro Gamers. We're on the second episode of 2018 and we've decided we're going to come back to the Sony PlayStation 1 and we're going to have a look at Pandemonium with an exclamation mark. Questions?
PlayStation 2.
Huh? Aqua PlayStation 2 if anything.
Yes. So just to help your memory, knowing that you can play any PlayStation game on the PlayStation 2, man. Awesome.
Take with that what you will, okay? So it is what it is.
Game started already. What are you playing?
We are playing Pandemonium with an exclamation mark. Alright. So, in this game, you take control of two characters, conjurers, and that is Fargus and Nikki.
At least it's a Fargus this time.
Yes, not the typeface, not the typo I had in my book.
Destroy town.
Yeah.
That's it. That
So,
town's gone.
Basically, he's consumed this village, and it's up to this pair to put right what they've done wrong. Okay? So, as with most PS1 games of the time, you're met with an initial sort of CGI movie to tell you what's going on. Yeah, it's aged.
Yes.
It's aged.
Oh yeah, it's aged.
Yeah, there's no two ways about that. I think a lot of the comedy elements sort of disappeared over time as well, lost really cracks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kids in the mid-90s are a lot more simple than they are today. So, 1996. Right, you're going to give this, you're going straight in here?
I'm going straight in, pal.
It's going
I'm going straight in.
Right, okay.
Yeah, mate, it's not a bad game. I've been playing this dude. I think I played him back in the day as well. So I'm going to play this one.
You've played this game before, have you?
I think I have. It all brings back memories.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when we were kids we played this.
Yeah.
Together, yeah.
But so I remember this dude, yeah. But I don't mind playing her, so I'm going to give this one a
One thing I
shot.
do remember about the PS1 version is how significantly better looking it is than the Saturn version. Saturn version seemed a lot more dark than this. Like maybe there weren't textures in there that should be.
Yeah.
I feel that the PS1 version had a lot more detail in the overall game world here. Like for some reason I feel the Saturn version might have been pop the TV a little dark here.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this detail was actually in there properly. Again, the N-Gage version I don't think was that detailed either. Oh gosh.
I wasn't sure how she killed people. Oh my god, anyway. Ah! I ran out of that special stuff.
Can she jump on enemies' heads a la Mario?
Well, I've been doing the old spin kick for the... Oh.
With the Jester?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So I believe yeah, she probably does jump on him.
Reminds me of the 2.5D version of Rayman.
Have I done already?
I don't know, yeah.
Right, I'm doing well so far.
As you can see. Some might remember one of the earlier episodes, like Cannon Fodder, where I kept not getting past a certain point in a level. And I feel that this is Mike's Cannon Fodder. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know.
The game's significantly difficult with playing as the female character.
Yeah, because it doesn't do that spin thing.
If anything, that's a bit sexist, I think. You wouldn't get away with that in 2018, would you? You just wouldn't get away with it. As is much of the way with games of this time in the mid-90s, these sort of details are actually moving with you. They're actually 2D, but they move with you, much like Doom used to. Give a sort of a simulated 3D effect rather than actual 3D. Some details in this game do overlap each other as well, which is quite a cool effect for its day. You had a development team of 30 working on the game starting in December 1994. They scrabbled together a prototype level by E3 1995. So you have Ken Ford and Fred Ford, who were the programmers on this game. You had Mark Lawrence, who was the producer. You had Steve Conzel, which was the artist. And my views of this is it's very much sort of in the vein like an Irish folklore style game. And yeah, I think it does it quite good justice. In Japan, this game was called Magical Hoppers, and a lot of the story elements and cutscenes were changed to reflect perhaps the trying to gain popularity in the Japanese market, with the second game being called Miracle Jumpers. And Pandemonium 2 didn't come out on the Saturn, presumably the Saturn had finished by that point. So it was on PlayStation 1 and DOS, Windows, which this original version was iOS, Engage, Saturn, PlayStation, DOS. So they're doing better.
Yeah. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Can't jump through a ledge.
I don't think you're going
No,
to
I'm
reach
not
that.
going to reach that. No. Fair, let's just move on.
So basically you collect orbs. Do we know why the green power-ups are there?
I have no idea.
Do you get an extra life if you get 100, or...?
Should do, really. So
It takes a lot of skill, doesn't it, this game?
it does. Obviously, you've really got to get used to this camera moving around.
Yeah.
It's just not something you're used to when you play usual 2D games.
Yeah. Yeah, so is that sort of confusing you a little, is it?
It had been. Oh, God. But like I said, you get used to it.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I died.
Right, so the monster that comes to consume the village is called Yungo, and the whole story, why you are going through the game is basically you've got to get a wish from the wishing engine, which naturally ensues your adventure. You get 3 wishes once you find the wishing engine. I think this Pratt here asked for a chicken initially as one of the wishes, wastes it, and naturally Nicky asked for the village to be returned, and Yungo ends up going back to whence he came. So that is what it is.
This person doesn't do the job.
PS1 version came out October the 31st of 1996, followed by the Saturn version in November 96.
Yeah, that's a bit, that's fine.
Engage version was October the 7th of 2003.
Oh no, made that one.
What are you doing? Is this like Batman again, where you're incapable of jumping? Another game we sucked at, Batman Returns. Catch that a couple of weeks ago. Christmas special episode. If I can get so there. Wasted of time, this. Yeah, it's cheap.
Ah, right, it's circle for one. Okay, I've been pressing square like the other one.
Okay, so there's a little bit of confusion with the controls. We'll reflect that in the review, I should imagine. Developed by Toys for Bob and published by Crystal Dynamics. Although they did hand down the publishing rights, I'm pretty sure, so it was co-published by BMG, I think, did the publishing right on this in this country. Take with that what you will, whatever.
I died again.
Metacritically, this game scored 70%.
Really?
That's the PS1 version. The Engage version was
What, back here again?
marginally smaller at 58%. Which is a shame, really, because you would have thought the Engage version, as a handheld, would have done quite well there, but it didn't. Huh? What? Prices, you say?
Prices, yeah, how much did you get this for?
Glad you asked, Michael. The PS1 version of this game is £10 to £15. You can get it full complete in the box. The Saturn version is going to cost you between £30 to £35.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. For an inferior version of the game.
Why do you think it costs so much?
I think the Saturn version is probably due to it not selling very well at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the later games for the system anyway. Because I seem to remember that the PAL version was actually 1997.
Right.
Yeah. On the Saturn. So it was a little bit later. Again, whoa, you're rocketing through. How have you got so much speed? No, you've got special shoes on, you've got Nikes on. He also has got red Converse on, actually. Good man.
It does actually, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. What I want to know is why the story was changed in elements to the Japanese release. Yeah. And you think it wouldn't have really mattered, to be honest. But if they're that bothered, don't release it.
That's it, isn't it?
Think about Crystal Dynamics, went on to make like the Tomb Raider games. Does this remind you a little bit of Apocalypse?
No.
No?
No. What makes you say that?
Because Apocalypse is a very linear running space as well, isn't it? Except you can run forward.
Third person, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I am totally wrong. Apocalypse can't be the game I'm thinking of. What game am I thinking of that plays like this? Where you've got a set path and it's 2.5D. This is a little song. Do.
It doesn't sound right, does it?
No, I think he's taking a few too knocks to the head.
What's over here? Shall I trust it?
Yeah, let's do it. Woo! That's a cool camera angle.
That really is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I have to run. And die. Run and die. Don't get the little lights.
Yeah. Which is not a home button.
Oh, it doesn't actually work, but...
because I don't think this game supports the DualShock controller, you see.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just a digital controller.
Oh.
It's got some funky music to the game, at least.
It has.
Yeah, I quite like. Definitely got an Irish vibe to this. Looks so difficult. Like a lot of PS1 games at the time.
I do like how big it is.
They seem to sneak up on you, don't they?
They certainly do.
Uh-oh. Oh. P.E. Piranha almost got him.
Cool, got a Pandemonium. Don't know what it does.
I think that's giving you some sort of temporary invulnerability.
Maybe.
Nope.
Cool.
Didn't.
No, I didn't. But at least I could, you know.
Had a glowing vibe to you. Absolutely.
Got further than I did, so.
Yeah. What have we got in the way of scores on the doors with this?
Scores on the doors!
What's your views with it?
Controls.
Let me write in my book for once, because you did it last week and you took a bit of umbrage to that. If you
Well, look at my ink. Let's look at my ink.
It's not my fault about the sparsity of your ink, alright? You've got some bunched up at the end there. Like, leave it overnight.
I'll blow it down, right?
Yeah, you do that. Right. We'll put the camera now for you later. Right, graphics.
Graphics. I like it. 7.
You're going to give it a 7? Okay.
7.
I find it quite charming graphically. However, I find PS1 graphics are relatively unsightly by today's standards. More so than other retro consoles, you know. I feel the PS1 really graphics haven't aged at all. So I'm going to give that a 6.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your views on sound?
Sound, a little bit annoying with his own.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5. Between that one.
Quite like some of the tunes. I think they're alright.
Alright.
7.5.
Why the 0.5s?
That's what I do, man.
Alright.
You've watched the previous episode. You probably haven't, but you probably just stumbled
if you're new
across
to this, he does 0.5s.
Yeah, you probably just stumbled across this, if anything.
So you've got 7 on that.
Controls?
Controls. Simple. Move, jump. He does circle. She does this weird thing on square, which you can only do twice, as I found out. But yeah, I'll give it a 6, 7, 6.5.
6.5 for controls. Controls, yeah, I found it relatively easy. It's quite smooth on the D-pad, so I'll give that a 7. Gameplay.
Gameplay, it's enjoyable. I like it. So
Yeah.
I'll go back up to an 8.
An 8. An 8 for Mikey. It's got a password system, isn't it, which is quite ancient and cumbersome. So I'm going to take it to a 6.5.
I would say it's certainly like our old school 2D retro games. Obviously, it's a newer version.
Right. Yeah.
Which is why I think I enjoy it.
Yeah. No. Okay. I can give you that. That's. We're both on a 7. You know,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. It's not too bad at all. It's pretty well going. So well done, Crystal Dynamics, Toy for Bob. You know, you guys did well.
Well done, guys.
Yeah, you got a game after 22 years that's still held up pretty well. And that's the crux of it, really, is do these retro games still stand up to today's standards? In this case, this one does relatively well. Now,
there's no Batman Returns, that's for sure.
less said about that, the better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, locally, you can find this game if you're local to the Plymouth town centre, which is our hometown, you can find this in the 3 Want stores. I think this particularly shabby copy came from the Want Gold Centre. It's only a handful of quid there. You can also look in the Tech Outlet, which is on Royal Parade. Worth a shot with them. Also, Nerd Entertainment, Game Zone. Worth a try with those guys. Again, pick up one of these vouchers, alright? Get yourself some merchandise on their website.
These actual ones?
Trading cards, yeah, they've got these ones.
Right.
I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll sign them as well. So you've got a memento. Best fishes.
Best fishes, I know.
Best fishes. Anybody you want to shout out to or mention, or...?
Yes. Everybody that is still sticking by us, watching us, thank you so much.
Phillips, Robson, Pease, them.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching the episodes. Barry Powell, if you still watch it. Don't know whether you do. Grant Morley, I don't know whether you just zoned out now, but...
Right, come on.
Yeah, you
just got to shout out, mate.
Yeah, you work some long hours, you can watch this. I know it seems like this goes on for us. I think that pretty much covers it. We would like it if you would like and subscribe to our stuff.
Yeah.
Watch a few of maybe the other episodes. There might be other things that tickle your pickle.
Yeah.
Future episodes as well. Coming at you like a retro gaming juggernaut. We're going to just keep making them.
Yeah. And seeing that you just shared one of those horrible fake pranks on Facebook, you might also share this.
Absolutely. Jackie Chan hasn't died for the 5th time this year.
No, yeah.
Alright, so...
People are starting to get bored of that, so I must stop it.
It's fake news.
Yeah.
This is real news. So,
Morgan Freeman?
not dead. Might be by the time this airs, who knows. But Retro Gamers Half Time, check that out. 2 Grumpy 20 something as well, which is nothing to do with gaming and just about, life in general.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. Right, so yeah, thank you for joining episode 46. Coming up to a year now. Wow. Makes you want to watch the other 45, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just for fun. Just for
especially
fun. Yeah. And a bit of 20 seconds if you have time. Of course, half times. You already watched that.
Yeah,
Come on.
everyone's watching that.
Come on.
Go
on, you watched it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for us.
I guess you'll catch us playing another format next week. Naturally, we won't be revisiting PlayStation hardware next week. We'll be going on to something different. We saw us cover the Wii last week. So, it could be Xbox. Maybe Xbox 360.
It's too soon.
Too soon?
Is it? God, it just doesn't feel that retro to me, that's all.
Did you know that the 360 launched in the November of 2005?
I know, we've already covered the 2006 game.
Make of that what you will. Is it retro?
13 years ago. I was a teenager.
Yes, we are. Holds a special place in our hearts, 360.
Yeah.
Old enough to witness a proper console launch. Anyway,
Yeah.
so new format next week. Catch us next week. Catch us next game. See you next game.
See you next game.